Well, hi everyone, I'm Judy Elliott, and coming up today on Lifestyles for Women, what is the difference between living in an independent living community versus assisted living or personal care homes? Find out today as we highlight our show with Royal Oak Senior Living Community. All this coming up today on Lifestyles for Women. We'll be right back. Well, hi everyone, I'm Judy Elliott, and welcome again to Lifestyles for Women. Today we're going to be talking with Bradley Fox, who is the retirement counselor for Royal Oak Senior Living Community. Bradley, welcome to Lifestyles for Women.
Thank you for having me today.
You know, Royal Oaks is exciting right now, as it always is, but celebrating its 20th anniversary.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Well, about 20 years ago, Hamilton's Board of Trustees decided to pull together a retirement community. They wanted a place for seniors to be able to live in a maintenance-free environment, but be able to be vital members of the community still. And so they created Royal Oaks. And it has two sides of its community. So we have the independent living side, and then we also have the personal care home, the Gardens.
Right, and what's so exciting today is we're going to actually, during this show, show some pictures of inside, because a lot of times, you know, you ride by, but you never have stopped to go inside, and that's, I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful place.
Thank you, it really is.
I'm excited to share that today as well on our show. What is, when you talk about retirement living, what is really considered as retirement living there?
Well, actually, retirement living is a pretty broad term, and it can mean that for seniors who have retired, that they might continue to age in place and live in their home. They might move in with a family member if they need some more assistance with things. But another option would be to move into a retirement community, such as Royal Oaks, where they can live independently and just have some services and amenities provided to them.
Right, and also meet new friends.
Absolutely. The social aspect is huge.
Right.
It allows them to be in a community with resources and people. They can pick and choose activities they want to be a part of.
Yes, and I think that's very important too, to stay connected to groups that are your age, you know, your age group, is to keep you active socially, mentally as well.
Absolutely.
I think it's great.
Absolutely.
What is the difference when you talk about independent living, you describe that, versus assisted living or a personal care home? What's the difference there?
Sure. With independent living, you have active seniors who are living there. They're able to still handle their daily activities. They want to still get out in the community.
Can they drive?
They can drive. They can still bathe themselves, take care of themselves, and are vital members to our community. They just are seeking someone to take care of maybe their yard maintenance, take care of their home. They're tired of the upkeep of that. Might want a couple meals provided, maybe even some transportation if that's getting a little bit more challenging to do. The difference between that and then assisted living or the personal care home, the Gardens that we offer, is those folks are seeking a little bit more assistance with those daily activities. They might need help bathing or maybe dressing in the morning or at night, and so we staff accordingly in the Gardens to handle those daily activities.
Well, that's great. So you have a way to offer both needs when it comes to, you know, senior living, either way.
We do, and that's one of the benefits at Royal Oaks that I think the trustees, when they were looking at 20 years ago, saw. You can live on the independent side, and then as you're starting to need more services, you get priority access over to the Gardens if you start to need help with those daily activities. Sometimes we even have residents who are living independently, but they might just need a respite in the Gardens. Maybe they've had a surgery or having some treatments.
Oh, that's good.
And so they can go to the Gardens if we have availability and live there for a little bit of time and even move back to the independent side.
Right.
So it's nice having both types of communities together under one roof, but they are still distinct communities.
Right.
Each has their own social activities planned, their own dining rooms and everything. So, but it's kind of the best of both worlds.
Right. Don't you think it's also great for the children to know that their parents being taken care of and are in a community that has their own independence, and they don't have to worry so much, are they eating enough, or, you know, those kind of things. I think that's
Absolutely,
great from the
absolutely.
family side of it.
And a lot of times it's, you know, those children who are helping make the decisions with their parents about where to live. And we have quite a few who their children don't live here in Dalton. And so it's nice for them to have somebody who is keeping an eye on them or help providing some of those services while they're out of town.
Right. Now, when you talk also, when would you know to consider independent living? How would you know, or is there, when is a time?
Sure. One of the things to think about is, are you an active and healthy senior? If you are, then you're a great candidate for independent living. If you're just seeking someone to help take care of your home and that maintenance-free environment, a lot of people are tired of the yard work or looking for someone to take care of the yard, then you would be a viable candidate. If you want maybe just a meal or two provided, maybe you're living alone and just don't enjoy cooking for yourself anymore versus a big family, you might be a candidate as well. I mentioned transportation earlier. If you're looking for a little bit of help with transportation and you're still active and want to get out to your bridge clubs or to your garden clubs, you might be a viable candidate as well. Some of the other things to think about would be if you, like you mentioned, are looking for some socialization. If you might be feeling a little isolated and maybe some of your friends have moved on and so you're looking for that, or want activities planned, an independent living facility would be right for you. So really, if it's that healthy, active senior who's seeking that maintenance-free environment.
Very good, and I can't wait to show the pictures, because we're going to do that in the next segment, because it's exciting to see how beautiful that it is. A lot of, like I said, a lot of people ride by, but they don't really stop to go in and visit, and it's beautiful, and so I'm excited to see those.
I am too.
So we're going to take a break here, and you stay with us here on Lifestyles for Women as we continue, and we'll be right back with you in just a moment. Thanks for joining us back here on Lifestyles for Women as we continue today. We're talking with Bradley Fox, who is the retirement counselor for Royal Oak Senior Living Community, and we are excited to have you again be with us and stay with us on this show.
Thank you.
You know, we're talking about retirement living, and we're talking to some. We started talking some about the services, but I'd like to know more about the services and amenities, and then we're going to show some pictures as well. But let's talk about what do you offer with the services and amenities there?
Well, within Royal Oaks, you have apartment homes, and those apartment homes have a wide variety of things included in them. And so they're furnished with a full kitchen, so you get a full fridge, dishwasher, oven, microwave, garbage disposal, so that you can still cook a little bit if you'd like. We also provide a washer and dryer for you to do your personal laundry. Now, we still do provide a weekly linen service, so you just have to take care of your personal laundry. And within those homes, we also have a beautiful patio or a balcony that you can be out on, depending on which floor. They are very spacious homes and very well designed, and we have a wide variety of homes. So we have some one-bedroom floor plans, and we have a couple different two-bedroom floor plans, and we even have some that we've truly customized, where we've taken a wall down between a couple floor plans and created a larger home for people.
Right. I didn't even realize you had a two-bedroom.
We actually have 3 different two-bedroom floor plans.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, one of them we're sold out of right now. It comes with a fireplace. It's quite beautiful.
Wow. That sounds like my type of living.
It's very nice.
Well, would you like to look at the pictures now? Or
Sure.
Would you like to describe more of the amenities and come back to that either way?
We can look at some of the pictures.
Okay, let's do that, because I think these are great. So, all right. This is the outside, and I know you're going to describe as we walk through these.
This is the outside of Royal Oaks, and this is our fountain and our gazebo. And we're lucky enough to even have some ducks that live with us, and so many of our residents love to walk out there to the gazebo. We have a walking trail that goes around our facility too, and so it's a beautiful environment.
Okay, and the next picture is Let's see what the next picture is.
So this is a model of one of our apartment homes, and you can see you've got a dining room here, you've got a little entryway into the kitchen.
Very pretty.
Here's a shot of the kitchen, so you can see we've been upgrading. Given we're going on our 20th anniversary, we're adding some stainless steel appliances and granite countertops and
very nice
updated hardwood
That's
floors.
exactly what I was just getting ready to say. Even though you're in your 20th anniversary, you've really updated these and kept them up to date, and they're beautiful.
We are, just like you would your home. Here you can see a shot of the living room as we've staged it, and you can see it's pretty spacious there.
Right. And let's see the next.
And this would be the master bedroom.
Right.
You've got a queen-size bed here just to give you some perspective, and enough room for nightstands and dressers and walk-in closet area.
Right.
So.
Very nice. Okay. The next picture is. Oh,
that's our staff. This is our management staff at Royal Oaks, and I think that's also one of the things that sets us apart is our staff that really looks out for each resident and helps them be their individual.
Great. That's wonderful. Now, I know, was there more that we needed to talk about, or you want to see the video, or you have more amenities?
Well, I was going to share a little bit about some of the services that are provided. So when you live at Royal Oaks and you're living independently, some of the things that we provide to you are 2 meals a day, and we serve those either in our formal dining room, which is restaurant style. We have a host who seats you. But we've also opened a new bistro, which is beautiful, and it's a little bit more of a casual fare. And so we serve breakfast and a lighter lunch in there. I like to think Panera style, so you can get a soup and a sandwich or chicken salad plate, you know, something lighter. A lot of options and flexibility. We also provide weekly housekeeping, which is a nice thing, and a weekly linen service where we'll wash and dry, fold your linens and towels for you. We take care of anything dealing with the interior maintenance of your home, as well as the exterior landscaping and maintenance of our facility. And then utilities are included, with the exception of phone and cable. And then we also provide full-time activities with a full-time social director. And so she helps plan things all around wellness with intellectual, spiritual, physical, getting exercise classes together, and just some social events for people to enjoy. Also, as I mentioned, you get the priority access to the gardens, our personal care home. And then lastly, I wanted to mention, when you live at Royal Oaks, you get free membership to the Bradley Wellness Center. Which
that's great.
Is really nice. It's right across the street. You've got the indoor pool, all the workout facilities, all the classes that are offered. And if you don't feel like going across the street, we actually use those instructors to come over, and we've renovated our 4th floor to make an exercise and yoga studio. And so they come over about 4 or 5 times a week and teach classes up there.
My goodness, you really have a full service. I mean, I didn't even realize you had so much that you're offering.
We really try to provide everyone you can think of.
Absolutely. Well, shall we look at the video?
I think so. That'd be great.
We'll look at the video, and then we'll come. We'll actually come back on the 3rd segment a few minutes later. So let's look at the video now.
Sounds good.
hope you've enjoyed that video. We'll be back with you in the third segment as we continue talking with Royal Oaks Senior Living Community and all the many benefits that they have here. We'll be right back in just a moment. Welcome back again to Lifestyles for Women as we continue talking about retirement living, and we're talking again with Bradley Fox, who is the retirement counselor and at Royal Oaks Senior Living Community. I want to ask you, a lot of people, may not realize that I mean, you're in your 20th anniversary here, still very beautiful, up to date, but a lot of people want to know, well, how much is this going to cost me? I think that's one of the #1 questions that people have. How do you go about, how do people plan for that? Or if I came in for a visit, tell me what we would do.
Sure. Well, first, I think it's important for you to come in and tour, because it gives you a sense of our community. And then we would sit down and talk about how much space do you really need to live? So how much space are you living in your current home? Are you utilizing all of that, or are you ready to downsize a little bit? And once we can figure out how much space that you'd need, we look at the different floor plans, and our financial plan is based on square footage size. And so that really helps us determine that. But it's a very affordable and it's all-inclusive financial plan. So all the services and amenities that I've mentioned are included within your monthly service fee. And so we would look at, how much space do you need, and then we could talk about the pricing of how much the deposit and monthly service fees would be.
Right. And do you have, and I don't know that I asked you this, but I suppose, do you have a lot of couples that are there as well?
We do. And recently we've had more couples starting to look to come in. And so, it's good for them to come in and figure out, do they need 2 bathrooms or 1 bathroom? And then we talk about also, what are you spending each month in your current home? And so I think it's important to look at, are you spending on your yard for yard maintenance? How much are you spending on food each month? How much are you spending on the upkeep of your home? And so utilities, exactly. So I think it's important to do an exercise and go back and look over the last 5 or so years, because not everything you do to your home happens each year. New air conditioning units, roofs, but look over maybe a 5-year period and come up with a monthly average. And there's a worksheet on our website that you can access that will kind of walk you through that exercise. And then I think it's important to look at that, and then we can talk about how that compares to our monthly service fee at Royal Oaks and all the things included within that.
Right. And sometimes you may not realize how much you're spending, as a senior couple, how much you're spending with all this. You just kind of pay the bill and you keep going.
Exactly.
But it is great that you have a worksheet that you can go through the items and really get a really good look at what you are spending when you really don't need all the room that you have. Maybe, I guess, your family is gone, your children are gone, and maybe they come back once a year.
Yeah, and I think it's important, because then you might be able to save if you're wanting to travel. I mean, retirement's the time to get to enjoy the hobbies and things you haven't been able to do for a while. And so maybe downsizing a little bit will allow you to go and travel and visit those grandkids and do those things you'd like to do. And if they want to come visit you, we actually have hotel suites available where family can come and stay on site and enjoy the services and amenities while they're staying there with you.
Wow. So it's wonderful that the board had the insight to, foresight, to see all this, all the needs that can be comprehensive into one area. We're very fortunate that
we are very fortunate here in Dalton to have that independent living facility.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And I know, this is airing in several different communities. Certainly other communities, I guess you get people who move in from different areas of the country. Actually.
We really do. We have people from all over the country. We have people that have kids out in California or up in New England. And more commonly, we get folks that may have some sons or daughters in Atlanta and maybe some in Chattanooga. And Dalton's kind of a natural in-between place for mom or dad to live and then get to visit with both sides of their family.
That's great. And also, I think you mentioned, I think it's important that people realize in the independent living area, I think that you were talking about, they can actually have their car there if they're able to drive, or they're already driving, I suppose.
They can bring their car, and we actually have underground garage parking. If they want garage parking, then that's available to them. So, absolutely.
That's great. So when you're looking at what is the best way to contact you, what would you suggest? I think we have a graphic or the telephone, or what's
I would recommend first going out to our website, royaloaksretirement.org, or you can call our local number, which is 706-275-8899. And if you're looking for information, you can ask for me, and I'd be happy to schedule a time to talk further.
All right. Thank you so much, Bradley.
Thank you, Judy.
It's been great to have you
I appreciate
here.
you having me.
Myself.
Thank you.
Great to share the information. And we hope you have enjoyed the show here on Lifestyles for Women. Until next time, I'm Judy Elliott here with Bradley Fox, and we'll see you next time.